The following series of events contains footage from the 2024 Prairie View A&M University football spring season. These videos are for official Panther use only, and/or those with the intentions to infiltrate. Production was filmed, shot, and created by current and previous Prairie View students. Episodes may contain original music produced by PVAMU students and musicians. Any skeptics are strictly prohibited.
Carlos Villagomez will get us underway, and SWAC football is underway.
They had Caleb Johnson in the backfield, and I think a lot of attention was looking at Caleb.
Out quickly and into the hands of Jaquan Bloomfield, and Bloomfield picks up a first down on that.
Snap goes over the head of the punter. He kicks it out of the end zone for a safety, and the first points of the ball game awarded to Prairie View.
Take a look at KJ Black, the junior from Louisville, number 1 in the SWAC and pass efficiency, the SWAC offensive player of the year.
Darius Campbell from the secondary.
I love that kid.
The middle for about 19 yards, and another first down.
Maurice Doucette on the return of the kickoff, but all on that right side, 35-yard line.
With about 2 yards to spare, he nails a 47-yard field goal. Chris Barrick.
Black and Anthony Wheaton makes the grab. First down and goal for Prairie View A&M University. Touchdown Panthers!
I really do want to know where the belt go. How did I lose a belt that I just had? I don't even know where my black slacks at. I feel like Shank took it yesterday, I ain't gonna lie. Because he did come in here last night when I was on the game. Oh, hello? What's up? Hey, did you grab that black belt back? You ain't grab a black belt when you came yesterday?
Not yesterday.
Do you have a black belt?
You know
Oh my God. That's why I just asked you, did you take it back?
I need that redone.
I don't know where it's at. All right. What's up, brother? You asleep?
Yeah, but I'm good.
You got a extra belt?
Yeah, I got a navy blue one. It's like one of Walmart one.
That's cool.
I got it, bro.
All right, bet. You got a white polo?
Button down?
No, I don't have to be buttoned down. Just a regular white polo.
I don't got no polo shirt. I ain't got button down.
For sure, that's a bet, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna call you or text you when I'm on the way to get the belt.
I bet.
All right.
That used to be nothing out there. Nothing but cows. Nothing but cows.
Prairie View A&M University.
Prairie View.
Prairie View.
Prairie View A&M.
Prairie View A&M.
Prairie View A&M will be receiving a $2.5 million boost
For a brand new engineering building.
I think not enough people know about us. That is honestly where the disrespect comes in.
I looked at the bus driver, I said, you sure this is the right place?
What's up, brother? Oh, me, appreciate it, man.
Oh, yeah.
How old your boy is again, Stacey?
He's going to be 2 in March.
They really think they're humans.
There you go.
Hi, brother. Thank you, man.
No problem.
I'm gonna hit you later. Like this, kind of like just blue. I know Coach Bug got a black belt. I don't really want to ask him though. Yeah, I'll call him Bubba.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Coach?
What's going on?
Nothing much. You in your office?
Yep.
You have a black belt by chance?
Well, I just took that just home. Well, I just normally keep one up here, too.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was the one I had. I just took it home.
Okay.
What you need one for?
I got a presentation there too.
What size are you?
34?
34? You just need a regular black belt?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll run to Walmart real quick and I'll run and grab me a belt, okay?
All right, thank you, Coach. Thanks, Coach Bud.
If you're a Prairie View A&M fan, you can scratch one thing off your list. You now have a new head coach. The university announced on Tuesday that Bubba McDowell is the next head coach, taking the place of Eric Dooley at Prairie View A&M.
What's the main thing you want your team to improve on going into this next season?
Finishing the game.
Hey! Good. Already catch with your hands down that backstop. No, you gotta leave that backstop alone.
I've always said I would never coach. Only because of the time factor and, you know, coming up in the league and seeing all the time the guys spent away from the family. I said I would never do it, you know, and then I went to high school, Willow Ridge, and I said, oh yeah, I love this. This is where I want to stay. And I always say I want to, you know, coach these young men, get them prepared right, get to the next level.
My young pop, my future right here. What's up there? Little Memphis. Huh? Up! Down! Up! Down! Yeah! Let's get to work. K-ball 3, 1, 2, 3. K-ball! Yes, sir! Let's get it. Urgency!
I heard y'all looking for royalty. Yeah. Whenever I'm spitting, I feel like a king. Chip on my shoulder like my for the rings. I got insomnia, people been sleeping, but beefing the break. I'm feeling the dream and you right at your way. Right in your face, whatever I say right to your face. You can hide in the safe and it still don't be safe. People is drawing, they won't leave a trace. This here is all. They get the target, we throwing the dart. Swipe that shit, that's like company cars. Pull up the ride, don't care what it costs. Running with this like we playing lacrosse. Everyday gritty was wearing a cross. I'm also young, still mourning the loss. How was I for myself, feeling so lost? Killing kinetic like Ebony Maw. I'm like a dog in my pedigree, so far ahead of these nothing compared to me. Built like a better me. I said it, he said it was better me. Well, you better be.
Jay was always that kid that was that curious kid. If it was something that he thought he wanted to do, he was going to try it. If he liked it, he was going to continue. If not, he didn't like it no more. He didn't want to do it anymore. So I just kind of supported him with, you know, with what he wanted to do. You know, if you say you want to, okay, let's see. Mommy, I don't want to no more. Okay. Because I guess I didn't believe in trying to force him or wasting his time nor my money. So it kind of worked. Jay tried out probably around 3 or 4. And it was a bigger boy. And Jay was always one of the bigger kids in his age group. But it was a bigger boy on the other side. And Jay saw that boy. And when the play started, Jay froze.
I was scared, so.
The coaches called me and he was like, oh, He said he doesn't feel good. He doesn't feel good. He's boo-hoo crying. He's boo-hoo crying. He didn't want to do it no more because that boy on that other side was way bigger than him. So he said he didn't want to play no more.
When I quit, it was probably for like a year or so. I probably got a little bigger myself.
Fast forward, elementary, the coach come and he says, hey, he needs some kids to play football. Jay said he wanted to play. I said, if you want to play, this time you can't quit. If you're going to play, play. He said, Mommy, I won't quit. I won't quit.
Something just told me, like, go try again. And I tried again, and I was good.
Jay has been on fire ever since.
I guess that year that I took off, I just built up, like, some toughness and got a little more mature.
This is our property. This is our house. Like, this is our name. We really didn't know we was cousins at first. So, like, our mamas knew each other, but, like, until not recently, but, like, later down the line, they were like, nah, that's your cousin. So,
we kind of met each other on our own.
Yeah, we, like, been seeing each other.
Parents knew, but we never really met each other.
He got big now. Like, used to whoop bro all the time, have bro crying, running around the house, mad all the time.
He a bully, but it never used to go like that, though. But he used to try, he thought he was a bully, but nah. You know, when everybody was younger, your mama really wouldn't let you hang with your older cousins to a certain extent. So when I started getting a little older, I got to hang with him more.
Yeah.
So I feel like during high school, really just watching him play football and do things like that, graduate, go to prom, kind of helped me and just molded me a little bit. So I say them was my favorite times.
You ain't never told me that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You just made me feel good, bro. You ain't never said nothing like that to me. Yeah, we're in Third Ward, Houston, Texas. You gotta get the whole hood, though. You gotta let them know what we're looking at. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst, you know? Like, we didn't have it all, but we had enough. And we really had each other, so that was all we needed.
He adjusted well, but that's where I grew up at. And as I got older and, you know, I knew it was time to make different decisions. I knew that it was okay when I grew up there. It was okay when my oldest son was raised there. But by the time Jay came, a lot had changed. And I knew that I just kind of wanted to get him in a different area. I think it was also good for him to see that side of it and then the other side of it. And to know that the decisions I made was to put him in different predicaments, like to advance.
I miss it sometimes, but I'm glad that we got away from that area and that we got to live better.
I actually told him a few weeks ago how proud I am of him because I can honestly say like 4 years ago, Jeremiah, like, you know, he loves football and he played football, but he didn't know that's what he really wanted to do. He really wasn't locked in, but now I can see him as a man growing and really want to make a change and want to make a difference in his life. And he more focused and locked in as ever. So like, that's why I'm proud of him because I know like now he's really focused, he's taking care of himself and he ain't even on like nothing he used to be on. So I can see improvement. I'm really proud of him.
I just didn't want to sell drugs. Or I didn't want to be in the streets. Like, that wasn't cool to me. So I chose the other route. Being cool to me was playing football and going to school and hanging with my friends. That was cool to me. So I feel like I just chose that route. And I had people to stay on me, like my mama, my big brother, my big cousins. Like, so it was kind of easy for me to choose the right way.
First time I ever talked to a girl. On God, like this was the park right here. I ain't lie, I got a lot of music. This is Emancipation Park. This is a new park. It didn't look like this when we was growing up though. It's way nicer now.
Football fields for real.
Yeah, this was like the Third Ward 49ers practice. It's like what a Little League football team was. And like, it's been like a lot of people, I ain't like, it's a lot of people that could have went to the league that played on this park. Like,
for real.
Like, that's crazy. That's dead in jail. Like he say, like, we could have went another path, but we didn't. And like, this where it all started at when we was young.
With the football.
That's crazy.
We used to come here and beat his team.
Yeah, I ain't never lost to the Cowboys in my life.
3 Ward 49ers trash.
Never lost to the Southside Cowboys.
What's something good we could eat, bro?
I don't know. You don't.
Food, man, huh?
Yeah. Cook or something, gang. You yourself.
I ain't cooking.
You know I ain't cooking.
Second half, Oilers up 28-3. Right throws far side. This is intercepted. And down the far sideline is Bubba McDowell. And he will score. Bubba McDowell with the interception.
Yeah, Bubba comes from chewing gum a lot. I used to chew so much gum to the point where, I was always told not to swallow it. Times where it literally gets stuck in my hair, fall asleep, and gum is all in my hair. One of my coaches, he just called me Bubba. It started from there, and it just clicked from there. Coach Stanley called me Bubba. So, hey, Bubba, let's go, man, let's go. And it just, for some reason, it just clicked from there, and everybody just started calling me Bubba. A good buddy of mine, Alonzo Highsmith, who, very instrumental in getting me drafted with the Oilers out of Miami. Say, hey, man, you ought to, start coaching. I said, oh no. I volunteered for 4 years just to make sure I like it. And sure enough, 2 years after that, Steve Wilson came in. Got the call from Coach Northern a year later. And he said, hey, you've got a spot open here at PV. I've been through several different coaches, and I'm able to do that. God put me in position to do it. And, and he blessed me to be here and at the right time, to get this head job here at PV. Because again, had I not got it here, I probably have been, doing something totally different.
Listen, all right, get my hours in now. We got to make sure we come out of these mid-grades, real high, all right, real high. All right, so we can have everybody, everybody going into camp. All right,
yes,
we got it. Who wants to do the prayer? No, I want somebody different. Let's go. Let's go, Cody. Let's go. Here we go. Hey, listen up. We're gonna finish. When he finishes, we're gonna finish with our prayer, Lord's Prayer. Here we go. Who got it?
Everybody leads, but everybody leads differently. As I asked him to pray at the end of practice, I said, I'm gonna do something different this year, and it was on my heart, and I was a little nervous with it at first. I said, but you know what, I'm gonna go for it. Again, if they don't say anything, then I'll just pray it up, But as God would have it, step out on faith, and guys are stepping up. Every time I call up, I say, hey, who got me? Who got me? One of the young men will step up. And again, if that's just the leading part that he can do, and show other guys that, more importantly, that, he's serving an awesome God, and he's doing it in front of his peers, that's a big plus. That's a big plus.
And get closer. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Who's Father?
Our Father, Lord in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses.
Forgive those trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Christ come upon the glory forever. Amen.
Good job today, baby. Good job.
Everybody should know about football, because what makes money down here in Texas is football. All right, so I'm going to take you through different zones of life, and I'm going to be using football example. So the title today is called End Zone Living. So if the athletes can practice to play for this big national championship, what should we be practicing to practice for eternity? That's not a game. That really, really matters. The scripture here, it was Paul writing to the Corinthian church. He said we should fix our eyes on something. And if I can't live what I'm telling them, I don't need to say nothing. The Bible says when you look to correct somebody, it says consider yourself, that you may stumble. So I can't correct you if I can't live what I'm correcting you on.
I think we were at a restaurant when she said it was going to be a boy. I think she can fact check me. I was the only child for, all that time. And I found out I was going to have a brother. It was like, oh, wow, I have someone that I could, number one, wrestle with, because I love wrestling. And just someone I could mold and, kind of gang up on our parents with and things like that. So just have a special bond.
Here it is, I had a 9-year-old that was just used to being the two of us, right? And now here you go, you bring this foreign object in, and that attention that I normally have, now you're kind of giving that to somebody else. So it didn't take long, but I just kind of explained to Keenan that, yeah, you know, he had a little brother, I had another baby, and I just kind of brought him into it, like telling him I was going to need his help with, you know, he couldn't fend for himself, so I would need him to help me with him, and it worked out. And I think he took that responsibility. Okay, so I am a part of this.
She did explain, you know, Keenan, this is something serious as well, you know, so I will need your help. It was a role I was excited about and for, you know, to be silly with, but it was also like an honor.
He taught me how to iron, like how to wash dishes, how to cook. Like he taught me to make eggs in the microwave when I was like 8 or so. I was too young to use the stove, like just different things. And then as I got older, just teaching me how to truly be a man. And even now, like he's still doing that, showing me how real love is supposed to look like. He's married. Just being a father figure in the whole, like I look at him like that.
They couldn't be any closer. And the relationship that they have, they're just like this. They love each other, they support each other, they lift each other up. It's amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better bond with my boys.
Up until I left for college, that was probably the most time apart that we've ever spent. And that was hard. It was hard. Because we were so close, and I was very intentional with what I would try to pour into him. When I would come back, it's like a different person every time because he was just growing so much, and his voice is getting deep, and now he's developing, he's just becoming his own person.
So we first met when he was in high school. He was 17, I think, at the time. But I just remember him being really quiet and really shy, which was kind of surprising when I heard that he played football. He was really quiet, didn't really talk too much. But then on the field, when I saw him for the first time, it was like the complete opposite. And I was like, is that really Jay out there? Like, he's loud.
The city know we step up. You know,
he's, you know, screaming. He's telling like his players, like encouraging them.
Try to get him on. Back to the drum board.
He's very active on the field.
He hunts the football. We talk about that relentless part of the star. He represents that. Not only that, he's a guy that gets everybody else involved. So, you know, if he's doing something right, he's making a tackle, he's getting a sack or something, he's gonna get up and let the world know about it. He's gonna celebrate. And I think that kind of energy, you know, it feeds off and everybody else start to grasp towards that and make everybody want to pick their game up. So, yeah, definitely Jay will definitely be the relentless part of the star.
Hey, get to the ball! Get to the ball! You feel me? He at the hill. Ain't nothing but some work.
You know, yeah.
Ain't nothing but some work.
We all getting to the right. Game.
Nasty D.
I come up with that game.
Pick it out. Oh, we gotta get to the ball.
DC, Coach Rock.
Scoop, 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 group, scoop, group, scoop, group, scoop, group, scoop, group, scoop.
Why are you not playing with no exposure? The ball is snapped, you got a blitz and you ain't bringing this.
Hey, Charlie.
What's wrong? It don't matter, you got somewhere to be, right? Get to where you gotta be. Come on now.
Even when you think it's great, it probably is not as great as it should be for me. Yeah, the voice, the volume, but don't worry about the volume. Let's hear the message, what I'm trying to get across to you. I think once guys understand, okay, this is just how coach is, and they say, man, coach all love. They know that as well. So when you have that, man, you can really attack guys, and the attack is all about getting them to perform. It's not nothing personal. It's I need you to perform. And a lot of the time it's because I believe guys have something in them, and for whatever reason, it doesn't come out. So I'm trying to get you to give me what I think that you have to make you a better player as well.
You see both of them close games, like both Foster games we was losing. We played Foster 4 times in 2 years, so it was like a rivalry thing. And every game we played them, we was always losing, and at the end we just came out on top.
Well, I pretty much do that. That's my son each game. But I will say, though, that state game, that Shadow Creek State game was a big one because they won the game. And he was talking amongst his teammates. They're all excited. They're crying. And he didn't realize that they were calling him. And they had his name and his face up on the screen. And when he saw it and he went up there, and that was one of my proudest moments to see his face up there with them getting that award. And then it's always the hugs for me after the game. It's always when it's over with, he runs over and he's gonna find his mommy and we're gonna, you know, embrace each other with that. I love it.
Hey, this for the city. It means so much to us. I wouldn't want to do this for no other team. It means a lot.
My playing experience wasn't great. I would say my college experience was good. I had a good relationship with my teammates and things like that. Actually, the coach who recruited me to K-State, Scotty Hazelton, I get to play him the second game this season at Michigan State. So he's the coach, Scotty Hazelton. That's who I did my in-home visits with and everything. That's who I built my relationship with. So I was ready to play for him. I think he was the most liked coach on the whole staff there. But shortly after I signed, he got a promotion to Michigan State. So I just trusted the coaches at K-State. They said they would bring in a good linebacker coach. And we just had a rocky relationship. So like I mentioned, that wasn't the coach who recruited me or anything like that. So I wasn't one of his guys. And it was clear. But I would say I had a good time.
Tar Heel. So we'll go cross B here between these two inside guys, okay? All right, here we go. Run it.
You first.
There you go.
Shank was doing the recruiting. So I think Shank would actually be what got me to PV. Because like I had other looks from other schools, but I thought PV was probably my best option. So
I was happy because it was closer to home. So, because I've always been able to go to all his games. Before PV in Kansas, I couldn't go to all his games. So once I knew he was coming to PV, then I was like, yes, I can be back because I know he looks forward to that.
I think it was kind of easy for him because he had knew me for 8 years prior. So just telling me the things he been going through out there, like how he like it out there, the coaches, the football life. So it was pretty easy for him too. Same way I recruit some of my people now to come to PV.
Rebirth after this?
I need a dub.
No.
What's up with it? I think that's big, just on the football aspect of having like that relationship. It's like having a Mike linebacker that you know you can trust, and he knows his assignment, and he can line up the whole defense. Like that's major, and that'll put you in position to make more plays too. And then we've been playing together this long now. It's like I know what he's thinking, he know what I'm thinking. So we might not even have to talk. Sometimes we out there just line up perfectly. So that's big, me knowing him that long. the coaches are kind of, you look at them like your uncles because they're young and then they're your skin color, opposed to having a Caucasian coach, like, and him yelling at you like, you do this right now. That might come off kind of strong to some other people versus having a 32-year-old African-American coach. AJ, do that. Like, all right, huh? It's kind of like that. Like, so I feel like it's more comfortable being at HBCU because you feel like you're around your own people and they actually look out for you.
I'm Ben Stewart from G County. I'm the dancing fool. Everybody knows that I love to dance. You know.
My name is Ben Stewart. I'm from G County.
Remember that one?
Yeah, that was shout out to Big Caleb. I gotta put that in.
Yeah.
When we bought it, he the one who pulled up with the truck. He put it in the back.
Hold on, let me call Caleb. Caleb came and he tried. He was like, then he called his dad.
I came in my truck first, but then my truck wasn't even big enough, so I had to go get my mama car. So yeah, we made it work. I don't play in that kitchen. Better than your mama's. And I stand it.
It's inspirational seeing where he came from, you know, just the mindset, becoming a man, you know, how he carries himself. But yeah, so like, you know, I see it coming, you know, believe in him.
Everybody know, man, I'm always honest. I'm gonna give it to you straight raw every time. I'll be telling y'all, man, I ain't gonna lie. It ain't too many that, you feel me, I ain't just really want no smoke with. But like, you know, I told y'all know about how when I was growing up, I quit and all that. So when I was younger, I'm not the Jay y'all know right now, just big tough guy. When I was younger, I'm kind of on the football, so I'm like, now do I really want to go? Yeah, so coming up, Lily, he was one I ain't want to mess with. I ain't gonna he was that, so yeah, I give him his flowers. He was for sure really one of them ones.
You was one of them, but yo, got no identity outside of my validity, so bear with me some more. You see them screaming at my shows, I'm supposed to trade that for a girl.
You know, Coach Green had told me something like, teams, it's gonna sound weird, but he said teams who touch each other the most are usually the closest, you feel me, like they bond more.
You say people is like this family oriented.
Yeah, that's really for like, sure. That's
comfortable though.
Yeah, for sure. I felt that when I went on the visit first day.
I know about that. This for my boy. That's for five.
What up, brother? Yeah. Yeah, my dog is the same for sure.
You watched BMF yesterday? That boy say, not right now, Miss Johnson. I'm having a rough day.
calling me shots. I don't get stuck in the box. Feel like I've been through a lot, holding it down like it's tied to a rock. Everybody on top, they ain't walking that walk. Learned it all on my own. Everything's self-taught. Headshot with the stainless. Blow their mind and they brainless. Dreams of being on stages. Damn, this shit's outrageous. I can see all of the changes. Everything coming in phases. Last year I was nameless. This year I'm finna be famous.
All right, Pro green, here we go.
Hey, green.
All right, camera.
Blue 9, sit. All right, let's go pro.
That's what coach want me to do. This one we won with scores. The most somebody scored on us was 34. And that was Foster. They was our rivals. It was always a good game with them. The most we scored was 60. 60-0, A-Leaf Elsick. Then one of my teammates from Shadow Creek, he actually died my freshman year in high school. Chase Lightfoot, he died while we was in the game. We was playing a team in San Antonio, and I think he had heart problems, and his heart just stopped on the field, but he ended up dying later that night. JV Super Bowl champs, this is probably from the Southside Cowboys. You know, this one right here, this from that picture right there, when I broke my arm, just the trophy on the right, from the Obama Bowl, 2009, Southside Steelers.
Well, it's no surprise. Football is a very physical sport. From the moment, you know, a kid puts on the pads, something tragic could happen. And, you know, you have to be prepared for it, but when it actually happens, it's a little jarring. By this time, he hasn't really sustained any injuries. You know, he's having, you know, much success. His team was in the championship. And I remember him being just excited about the game. And, you know, it's like, it's all coming together. It was kickoff, and he was running down there to go make a tackle, and he was blindsided out of nowhere. I don't know if the hit was clean, dirty, or what. I just know I'm watching, and you just hear a loud crack. And you hear all the ooh. So, you know, I'm looking around, and I saw it was him, and he was on the ground, and he wasn't moving. And my heart dropped. We had our whole family on the sideline, and I just remember dropping everything in my hand and just running out there because he wasn't moving. And as I got closer, his cries was loud. Now, I just explained everything that we done been through. I've never heard him cry like that. I never heard him in that much pain. And I just remember, you know, they didn't want him to move because they didn't know what was hurting, what was broke. Was it, you know, his neck? Was it a leg, an arm? I just remember him laying there, you know, just screaming. And, you know, we get to the hospital, and the doctor say, yeah, his arm is broken, but, you know, good thing he's young and things like that. He'll be okay. And I remember the team called and said, hey, we won the game. I want to give you the MVP trophy. The smile on his face when he got that call, you never would have thought anything bad has happened to him. So he got his sling and they came and they delivered the trophies, and he was smiling so hard, and he was, thankful and congratulate his teammates and things like that. I had to capture that moment because I knew that that was going to be a turning point in his life. Whether that means that's the last time he plays football, or, if that's the time when he just turns it on and just turns into a monster. I knew that his life was going to be different from that day forward.
He could have quit after getting blindsided and breaking his arm, but I ain't quit after that. I feel like that moment probably did shape me into who I am today. It just make me a stronger individual. They gave me MVP, I guess because I broke my arm. So that was nice. Southside Cowboys, cadet. I say we always went to Florida. My cousin lying now. Somebody got to have the receipts. We went to Florida every year. Southside Cowboys, for sure.
He will get you going. He will start the fight, and he will finish the fights. That's who he is. And I love that type of attitude because he don't play.
I always told him, you make sure they remember your name. Make sure they call your name.
I think some people like being a public figure or to be in the light, but I don't really care for it. I'd rather just get my success in private. As long as I know and the ones close to me know that I'm winning or doing good, I feel like that's enough.
Girls Inc. is dedicated to empowering the next generation of leaders by providing mentorship, educational programs, and a supportive community. The organization inspires girls to break barriers and achieve their dreams. Join me as I share personal stories and cherished moments through photos that highlight the profound impact Girls Inc. has had on our group. Today, let's recognize the journey of empowerment and resilience with Girls Inc. Strength isn't just about physical power. It's about resilience, courage, and the unwavering belief in one's potential. Girls Inc. embodies strength by empowering young women to break barriers, defy stereotypes, and pursue their dreams with confidence. Through mentorship, educational programs, and a supportive community, Girls Inc. nurtures the strength within every girl. It provides them with the tools to navigate challenges, embrace opportunities, and strive for excellence in all aspects of life. Girls Inc. has been a transformative experience for me. I've become stronger by participating in their physical fitness and wellness workshops. This did not only improve my physical health, but it also boosted my self-esteem. Intelligence isn't just about knowledge. It's about curiosity, critical thinking, and the desire to learn. Girls Inc. empowers young women to become smarter by providing engaging educational programs, hands-on learning experiences, and opportunities to explore diverse fields like STEM. Through these initiatives, Girls Inc. ignites a passion for learning, equipping girls with the skills and confidence to succeed academically and professionally. Girls Inc. has made me smarter through their educational programs. During STEM, we work on fascinating projects like building robots and conducting science experiments. These experiments ignited my passion for science and technology. Boldness isn't just about courage. It's about taking risks, embracing challenges, and speaking up for what you believe in. Girls Inc. empowers young women to become bolder by encouraging them to step out of their comfort zones, take on leadership roles, and advocate for themselves and others. Through mentorship, confidence-building activities, and a supportive community, Girls Inc. nurtures the boldness within every girl. Girls Inc. has made me bolder by encouraging me to take on leadership roles and new challenges. I soon went on to join other organizations like National Junior Honor Society at my school and Zoo Crew at the Houston Zoo. Girls Inc. has consistently made a difference in the lives of young women by fostering empowerment, education, and community support. Through their programs, girls develop confidence, leadership skills, and a strong sense of identity. Girls Inc. provides a safe and inclusive environment where girls can explore their interests, engage in meaningful activities, and build lifelong friendships. The organization's commitment to empowering girls to break barriers and pursue their goals has a lasting impact on their academic, personal, and professional growth. I've always been curious about science, and Girls Inc. provided hands-on opportunities that deepened my fascination. Since then, I joined the integrated physics and chemistry class my 8th grade year for science, and I've gone to many engineering summer camps. Unlike many organizations, Girls Inc. focuses exclusively on the needs and potential of girls, offering tailored programs that build confidence, develop leadership skills, and foster a passion for learning. This specialized approach ensures that every girl receives the support and resources she needs to succeed. Girls Inc. also stands out for its commitment to inclusivity and diversity, ensuring that girls from all backgrounds have equal access to opportunities for growth and development. By empowering girls to be strong, smart, and bold, Girls Inc. not only transforms individual lives, but also contributes to creating a more equitable and empowered society. To me, Girls Inc. stands out because it entirely focuses on empowering girls. It helps girls build their confidence and learn important skills like leadership in STEM and take care of their health. Girls Inc. also creates a supportive community where girls can meet with mentors and friends who encourage them to succeed. By helping girls early on, Girls Inc. helps them prepare for future success in school and beyond.
New Zealand have their second penalty in the quarterfinal. They lead Ireland 6-0.
Well, he's the guy with the 1 foot Geordie Burke. He takes all the long ranges. The first couple of kicks didn't go well. Off the boot, that one very different. New Zealand deserve the 6-point lead.
Now they're going to hope for a better start here, Carlton, to be able to have propelled Ireland, having kicked to the corner with their penalty opportunity. Have two of their own. They've got possession here on the restart. The short restart from Sexton. Ireland were looking to chase that down. Smith back to Moanga. Those two will be heading to Japan after this Rugby World Cup. So many frontline. Leaving the program at the end of this tournament, but they want to keep going. Here's Andrew Porter. Out the back from Sexton to Keenan, and here's Mac Hansen. He gets a lovely inside ball to Jamison Gibson Park. Gary Ringrose now, who's been out on the right wing a couple. Looks for the inside man, he finds Andrew Porter. Slow ball for Ireland. Here's Doris out the back to Archie. Now Henderson. The big Ulsterman. Cut out Almani to James Lowe. Bowden Barrett does the tackling. Henderson out the back to Sexton. Josh van der Fleer with his carry. Switch of play from Gibson Park and putting his head down is big Ian Henderson. Brody Retallick. Sheehan to Henderson. Dixon Park to low at first receiver. Bundyaki shows and goes into contact. Here's Ken Shear. It's young Tyra on the hooker for Ireland. Jack Conan. They need to play like barbarians now, don't they, Ireland? Big tackle coming in.
Today we're going to share the stories of two families. These families are going to share their journey in learning what therapy means to them. We hope you enjoy their stories.
I'm Joshua Rodriguez.
Bueno, yo nací en
Buenos días.
México.
Mi nombre es My name is Tatiana Luis y vengo de
No había buenos trabajos en México. Muy apenas sacaba uno para vivir.
La verdad es que nosotros teníamos comercio, comercializábamos con restaurantes, pero empezó la economía a bajarse.
Mis sueños eran vivir aquí y pues ya los hijos llegaron.
Con la venida de él a este país fue un proceso de 1 año en el cual yo me quedé con las 2 niñas, con Derny y Tatiana.
Entonces yo pensé en la familia. Cuando yo fuera a tener familia, yo quería estar más solvente, mejor trabajo y el sueño americano, ¿verdad?
En busca de una mejor forma de trabajo, una mejor oportunidad, quisimos experimentar. Bueno, primero yo quise venir a experimentar aquí en este país y tenía amigos en Houston, por eso llegué a Houston.
Pensando en el futuro de ellos, pues se me hizo más cómodo quedarnos aquí para que ellos salieran adelante, porque aquí es el país de las oportunidades y ese fue mi plan número 1.
Sentía la necesidad de que trabajamos juntos y era muy fuerte el lazo que nosotros teníamos, porque pues siempre trabajamos juntos, teníamos negocios y sentí la necesidad.
Sabía que pues toda la gente que se venía tenía buenos ganancias y todo, ¿verdad? Entonces eso fue la razón más que nada del trabajo.
What we know is that anytime people experience change, it's stressful. So you can imagine all the changes when families come to a new society, to a new country. There's different customs, different values, different expectations, different languages. And so all of those produce stress. We know that that impacts people's mental health. You know, it impacts their ability to deal with all of these kinds of changes. So when people are talking about immigration, and when people are talking about adjusting and acculturation, we already know that that is going to have an impact on their well-being. And you know what really matters is how they're able to deal with those changes and what resources are available to them to help them make those changes in healthy ways.
They made all types of sacrifices their entire lives, you could say, right?
My mom had to cross the border with 2 kids that were under 5. My dad had to leave us before, I was even 1.
My dad crossing the border, that's when it all started. And back in the 80s, when he was like 19 years old, and just leaving his whole family and life behind and starting a life over here. And he would go back and send money to them or bring money to them.
Just making that decision to come here with 2 little kids. I was 5, she was 1. So just that struggle of deciding I'm going to leave my mom, I'm going to leave my siblings and come to a country I don't know.
You just don't comprehend the sacrifices that a parent makes until you're older, until you get to observe life and like step out from reality.
They had to make a lot of sacrifices of learning new languages, adapting to new cultures, realizing that they couldn't call their mom on FaceTime like we can today, or even travel because they weren't able to travel back. So they had to take up a lot of sacrifice just for us to be able to have an opportunity here.
What we know, unfortunately, is that a lot of families that make the journey to this country encounter a lot of hardships. A lot of them encounter violence. We know over the last few years that families were separated at the border, and you can just imagine the long-term impacts that that can have on generations. We know that when you're trying to find a new home and you encounter violence along that journey, it can really impact your fundamental sense of safety. And when your fundamental sense of safety is threatened, that is something that that people can deal with for a long time. Getting help and finding resources to deal with the impact that that has on one's well-being, their mental health, is crucial.
Las fechas conmemorativas para mí fue difícil como los 2 primeros años yo quería estar allá porque cada fecha conmemorativa era cuando más añoraba.
Bueno, para mí fue bastante fuerte porque nosotros, el lazo familiar es fuerte. Mi madre, mi papá, mis hermanos, la familia de Nico, que ya pasaba a ser mi familia. Entonces el lazo era muy fuerte y la verdad que para mí fue como un impacto saber que tenía que dejar a mi familia, pero yo venía con una esperanza y con un sueño.
Pues dejé a toda mi familia. Los primeros 6 meses fueron muy difíciles, la verdad.
En el primer año de mi vida aquí fue mi esposa y mis hijas. Tenía 2 hijas en ese entonces. Y también a mi madre, que estaba, ella era viuda y nada más nos tenía nosotros como hijos.
Mis padres se quedaron allá, especialmente el hogar donde crecimos, donde vivimos nuestra niñez.
Sí hubieron cosas que tuve que hacer que no estaba acostumbrado, como entrar a un tron de un carro, pasar una frontera metido en el tron de un carro, en el baúl de un carro.
Llegué solo, con una familia que me dio hospedaje por 6 meses, me aguantaron. Batallé mucho para venirme. Me agarraron varias veces la migra y hasta que se me hizo estar acá.
Nos dejaron una noche entera en un calabozo, digamos, en un cuartito con mis 2 hijas. Y yo esa noche no pude dormir, solo me monté una en un lado y otra a otro lado para yo poder saber que las tenía protegidas. O sea, mis ojos estuvieron toda la noche.
A lot of times when you have first and second generation families, the first generation made the journey over, and the kids growing up in those families, they really look to their parents in terms of how to handle difficulties and challenges. And what a lot of our families do is they put their heads down and they work every day, and they if they have struggles, they just move through it. A lot of the times kids will see that whether they know it or not, even though they may have intergenerational conflicts because the kids are getting used to different values. They're growing up with different values than their parents. One of the things that they'll see is like, well, if I'm having struggles, if I'm having difficulties, they may not have that model of reaching out to talk to somebody because they see their parents, and their parents, like I said, they put their heads down and they just move through things. A lot of the times that's what we try to do as well.
It was really hard to express your feelings just because it felt like you had to be strong all the time.
We never really shared our feelings. We expressed them a lot. We were a fighting family.
Our parents overcame so much, so the little problems that we had seemed like they were nothing.
What we have known to do for generations already is that the mental health field has really been dominated or has been led by the United States in a lot of ways. Much of the materials, the training emanate from this society, and then so we see difficulties in translating that to other countries. You know, one of the big things is that this country has a lot of kind of individualistic kind of values, pull yourself by your bootstrap. And that's just one way of being, and that can be fine, but that doesn't always translate to other cultures. They have more collectivistic kind of values, more intergroup values. So the availability that we kind of see promoted a lot in this country, like go to a counselor, go to a therapist, may not be there in other countries, not as, I guess, as universal as it may seem to be to us in this country.
Sí se hablaban de cosas, pero no había la educación prácticamente formal para saber que había por lo menos ayuda psicológica.
Sí, muy diferente porque allá uno crece como cada quien por su lado, no hay apoyo del papá porque muy apenas él junta para la renta o la comida.
No venimos de una familia que estaban con mucha educación. Entonces yo pienso que en ese entonces nosotros definitivamente no teníamos acceso a que nuestros sentimientos se reflejaran.
Pues más que nada las etapas que nosotros nos tocó vivir con nuestros padres sí eran muy diferentes. Y pues tú sabes que no había tanta comunicación personal de padre a hijo, casi siempre era en general algún aviso o consejo que nos daban, orientaciones.
No había esa plataforma, simplemente eran los educadores como profesores que uno acudía si había algún problema, pero psicológicamente no había ese tipo de ayuda en esa época.
Y es muy diferente la forma de ver las cosas ahora porque aquí es más solvencia económicamente y las escuelas gratis y muchas prestaciones que aquí da el gobierno. Hay todo para que el niño se crezca y tenga una carrera.
A lot of our families, therapy and counseling is a very foreign concept. As much as it's talked about in this country, it's still not something that even the majority culture goes to all the time. It's a big step, you know. Sometimes maybe just writing your thoughts down, writing your feelings down, sometimes first for yourself, maybe you share with siblings or close friends, and then maybe you get to a point where you want to write something down for your parents. You want to share some of these things, these thoughts, these struggles. That can be something that could be a good bridge, could be a good step. Because we do have that in our culture. We do have that value of plática, but sometimes we don't take that step to express some of those thoughts that we've carried around with us for a long time. So writing them down can be a really good step.
Mamá y papá, todos hablan del sueño americano, pero la mayoría de la gente no entiende que para un soñador inmigrante, el sueño es vivido por sus hijos.
Desde el momento que nos trajeron a este país hasta hoy, su sacrificio y amor y apoyo ha sido tan increíble.
Gracias a ustedes, quienes sembraron y regaron la semilla con sangre, sudor y lágrimas, dando su vida para que la semilla se pueda florecer.
Su decisión yo sé que no fue fácil. Como madre ahora, yo sé que esa decisión de dejar a sus padres, a sus hermanas, fue un sacrificio muy grande. No hay palabras suficientes para expresar cuánto los agradezco y cuánto los quiero.
Hasta cuando no teníamos nada, siempre hemos tenido todo, teniendo su amor.
Gracias por creer en mí, hasta cuando tengo mis ideas locas de mis negocios. Gracias por todas las oportunidades que nos han dado. Gracias por mostrarme cómo ser padre. Sin ustedes no podría ser la mamá que soy hoy.
Gracias por traerme a esta hermosa familia. Sepan que siempre seré su semilla, su raíz y su flor, su sueño americano.
I love you. I love you both.